Hey, what's up guys? It's Christian with OPH Outdoors, and today I'm going to do a rod and reel arsenal for 2018 with you. This is just with what rods and reels I have as of this moment. I may be getting a few more rods. This probably is going to be what I'm going to be using this entire season though, and I'm probably going to keep all these lures on the same poles. So, I'm going to keep this kind of quick and simple, so let's get started. Okay, first I have a 6-foot 10-inch Skit Reese medium power rod. I'm pairing this with a Mitchell 300 series reel, and I have 8-pound fluorocarbon on it. This I mostly throw finesse jigs and Ned rigs on this. Ned rigs is a good lure for if you just want to catch a lot of fish. Doesn't necessarily bring in a big monster to your lure. Every once in a while you can have big fish come up on it, but most of the time it's just going to be some smaller fish going after it. This is a really good combo though for the price. I think it retails around $90, somewhere around there, at least last time I checked it did. So if you're looking for like maybe a cheaper end combo, then I'd go with something like this. Okay guys, something I didn't mention at the beginning is I don't necessarily throw that much spinning reels or throw that many spinning reel combos, and I just mostly stick to baitcasters. So I only have 2 spinning reel combos that I really use. But next I have a 7-foot medium power St. Croix Triumph. I paired this with a Pflueger President 330 series and with I believe 8-pound fluorocarbon. I mostly use this as a drop shot rod because it's got amazing action in it, it's got amazing sensitivity for the price that this combo is, and it's just really good for that type of application of fishing. I'm going to use this pretty much the entire season as just drop shot. I'm going to try to do drop shotting a little bit more this season than I did last year, so hopefully it works out pretty well. But this is my second spinning reel combo that I have, and the last spinning reel combo I have. Now getting into baitcasters, I'm going to start with my lowest end baitcaster and move my way up to my highest end one. So first I've got a 6-foot 10-inch medium heavy Lew's Mach 1 speed spool speed stick combo. I have this reel spooled with 17-pound monofilament, and I'm going to throw mostly top waters with this. I will throw top waters like prop baits, whopper ploppers, stick baits, and I'll also occasionally throw spinner baits and chatter baits with this too, maybe some buzz baits. So that's what I mostly use this for. It is good for that type of application, but it's not necessarily a high-end combo or specifically a great rod for that type of application. And I also don't use top water all as much as some people do, so I didn't see a need of going out and spending a few $100s on a new combo specifically for top water. So I'm using this. It is still a really good top water combo. So, yep. Okay, next I have a Team Daiwa 7'7" medium power rod with a Lew's Tournament MB. I have this spooled with 12-pound fluorocarbon, and I mostly throw lipless crankbaits on this. I really wouldn't throw anything else on this unless it's maybe a smaller crankbait such as a Rapala DT6 or something like that. That's about all I throw on this rod. It is a very good rod. It's got a very good backbone. It's got a light backbone, so you can rip those lipless straight out of those weeds and get the best action out of the lure that you can get. This is my first somewhat higher end baitcaster combo, and I am really impressed by it for the price that the rod is and the reel is. And I would definitely recommend this combo for a lipless crankbait rod. Okay, next I've got a brand new combo to me. It is a 7'3" medium heavy Lew's TP1 speed stick paired with a Lew's BB1 baitcaster. I've got 12-pound fluorocarbon on here, and I'm mostly going to throw deep diver crankbaits or mid diver crankbaits. Right now I have a Strike King deep diver on it, and I will also throw stuff made. The smallest crankbait I'll probably throw in here is something like a Rapala DT10. It's pretty much just mid to deep divers. I wouldn't use it for much else. It's got a good backbone to it, It does really good with getting these lures out a good distance to it. And altogether, for the price point, it's a really good combo. Okay, next I have a 7'1" medium heavy St. Croix Mojo Bass rod paired with a Lew's Tournament Pro G reel. This combo is extremely light. It levels out really well with this reel on it, and it is a great rod. I'm mainly using this year for Texas rigs. Maybe some smaller finesse jigs. I doubt it, probably just going to stick to Texas rigs, but who knows, it's a possibility. I've got 12-pound fluorocarbon on here, and like I just said, I've got a Texas rig. It does a really good job using it for that application, so I would really recommend both of these reels or this reel and rod for that type of application of fishing. Okay, next I have a 13 fishing Omen Black and a 7'3" medium heavy. It's got a heavier backbone, so you can rip out the fish from the lily pads and stuff like that a lot better. I'm throwing 65-pound braid on here. It's Power Pro braid, and I'm throwing mostly frogs on this. There's probably not much else I'm going to be throwing with this other than frogs, but like I said, with the backbone and this braid on it, you can pull fish right out of different weeds or lily pads without a problem. And this rod, with the Omen Black being a little bit of a heavier rod, paired with a Tournament MB, it really does balance well, and it really does its job really well. I would definitely recommend this type of setup for you, and it's not at too much, or it's not a high-end rod reel combo. It's not a low end. I believe the reel costs about $130 and the pole's about the same at about $130. So this is my frogging rod. Okay, next are my two higher end rod reel combos, and they are also brand new reel rod combos to me, and the rods for both are from a newer type company. This is a favorite Big Sexy rod, 7'6", heavy power, fast action, and I paired it with a Daiwa Tatula CT. I've got 65-pound braid on here, and this is my flipping and pitching rod. This does a really good for that type of application of fishing. I am just going to be throwing heavier jigs, maybe heavy Texas rigs, such as like a 1 ounce or 3/4 ounce tungsten weight with a bigger worm or a bigger creature bait on there. I will also use this for if I go muskie fishing this summer, which we are planning on doing, because I feel like this rod can handle any fish I try to use it for. This is a really good rod. For $200 for the rod, I don't think I could have gotten better. I know Skylar disagrees with me, but I absolutely love this rod. The detail that Favorite puts into these rods is just amazing. So that's my flipping and pitching rod. Okay, last but certainly not least is my last Favorite rod. This is a Favorite Rush rod paired with a Shimano Kurata 70. This is a brand new combo to me. This rod runs about, I believe, $250, and the reel is about $200. So this Favorite Rush, I believe, weighs in at 4.5 ounces or 4.4 ounces, which is really light. And I'm not sure exactly what the Shimano Kurata weighs, but this combo is so small, fits in your hand perfect, balances out perfect, and is the absolute lightest combo that I have. This rod and reel absolutely impresses me a lot. I'm going to be trying to use this a lot this year. I have not really used jerk baits much lately or in the past few years, but last year at the end of the season I started using them, and I've caught a lot of good sized fish on them, so I wanted to get my own designated jerk bait rod. Other than jerk baits, I'm going to be throwing smaller type square bills on it, like a 1.5 to 2 KVD square bill, something around that size. This is a 6'6" rush rod that is a medium power, moderate action tip. So it is a really light rod. It's got a lot of play to the end, and you can get the maximum action out of this lure with that, which I absolutely love. So this is a great rod and reel. It's my highest end rod and reel that I have, and you'll probably see me fishing with this a lot this year. Okay guys, well thank you for watching my rod and reel arsenal for 2018. I'm probably going to be adding to this a few, maybe one, maybe two rods and reels. I would like to get a swim bait combo, and I would also maybe like to get one more spinning reel combo, maybe a designated square bill combo. It depends on how much I end up using that this year. But me and Skylar are planning some pretty big things this summer for fishing. Some bigger spots we want to go to on our kayaks, and it's going to be a really good summer. So stay tuned, we'll put out some good videos to you this summer, and see you next time.